everyone, this is Shweta from IMS. IMS is a leading institute in mentoring students to pursue their dream career. We are at one of the centers of CAT 2022 examinations conducted by IIM Bangalore. We will be capturing student reactions on their test today. Let's see what they have to say. Hi, what's your name?
Surbhi.
Surbhi, how was the test today?
It was good.
Any surprises which you had during the test?
Yes, in the verbal section, there was a new category of questions instead of odd one out questions, and in the DILR, instead of 6 and 4 pattern, each of the 4 sets was of 5 questions each. Otherwise, the number of questions were the same.
Okay. And how close was the pattern in comparison to the SIMCATs and the last year PAT papers?
I would say SIMCATs are a bit on the difficult side than the actual paper. This I found much on the easier side, a little bit on the easier side, as compared to the SIMCATs. And the previous paper, I think 2021 was a little bit easier than this one.
Okay, great. So, what was your test strategy, Surbhi?
For each section?
Yeah.
Okay, so for VARC, I first attempt the VA section because it gets me, started, warmed up. And after the first 10 minutes, I go to the RCs, and then I attempt 3 RCs, whichever order which I prefer.
Okay.
And when it comes to DILR, I skim through all the 4 sets. So this time, actually, in the first 15 minutes, I didn't choose the right set, so I wasn't able to attempt the questions. And in the last 25 minutes, then I went on to the other 2 sets, and I was able to do 2 sets of 5 questions. Great.
So, any suggestions which you had for the next slot students, Surbhi?
I would say the pattern is not very different. It's just slightly different, and you should just not let your nerves get the best of you. And then I think paper was not that difficult. It's very easily doable.
Great. So, Surbhi, all the best for your results. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
So, hi, what's your name?
My name is Abhishek Shah.
So, Abhishek, how was the test?
The test was not that easy, but it was average.
Okay. So, if you have written SIMCATs, how close was the pattern in comparison to SIMCATs in the last year CAT papers?
The pattern in quants was exactly the same. And in DILR, usually in SIMCATs, we had a pattern of 6, 6 and 4, 4 questions. Right, in this exam, it was 4 sets of 5 questions each.
Okay.
And in English also, almost the pattern was same. Only the instead of odd one out, there was a new 2 questions introduced.
Okay. So, what was your test strategy?
My test strategy was different for each. In English, I started with parajumbles and summary, and then I targeted to finish it in the first 10 to 12 minutes, and then I moved to practicing solving RC.
So, what is the suggestion for the next slot students, Abhishek?
Try to focus on solving the easy questions, easy set of DILR, because right now DILR was very tough, that's why.
Okay.
English is moderate, don't over attempt, and quants try to do maximum possible in the least time.
Okay. Which schools are you aspiring for?
I was aspiring for IIMs, but right now seeing my DILR, I'm not sure. But let's hope for the best.
All the best for your results, Abhishek. All the best.
Thank you so much.
Hi, what's your name?
My name is Naman.
So, hi Naman, how was the test today?
My test was a bit okayish. I wouldn't say that it was great, but I didn't find the paper that tough.
Okay.
So it was somewhere around IMS Smokes level, SIMCAT.
So, what was your test strategy, Naman?
So my strategy was to score as much as possible, maximize my score in VARC, and try to solve a couple of sets in DILR. But what ended up happening is that normally there are 4 sets, 4, 4, 6 and 6. But this time there were 4 sets of 5 each. So I had to distribute my time evenly and pick and choose. So I ended up choosing one set correctly, and then the other set was a bit here and there. And QA, my strategy was simple. If I'm getting anything, then I'll solve, or else I won't.
So, what is your suggestion for the next slot students, Naman?
So I feel that DILR will be slightly tricky, and choosing the DI set, the 5 question set, will be a little bit tricky. So if you can't solve that question, then please do not try and attempt it, because it will just waste your time. And apart from that, QA might be a little bit tricky. Arithmetic questions won't come, or I don't know what will happen. But QA and DILR are certain things that you should take care of.
Great. So, which B school are you aspiring for, Naman?
Any IIMs that I do get, I know that I won't get ABC, so anywhere, any college between number 4 to number 10.
Perfect. So, all the best for your results, Naman. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hi, what's your name?
My name is Atharv Ambre.
Atharv, how was the test today?
It was quite easier, but at the same time, it was like quite lengthy paper in cons as well as in DILR.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what was your test strategy, Atharv?
It was not basically any strategy. I was like, just have a go through in DILR and VRC for around 5 minutes.
Okay.
Find out the easier question and easier para, do them first, and in the remaining 10-15 minutes of each section, go through some other question which you haven't done or anything else.
Okay, perfect. So, how close was the pattern in comparison to SimCats and the last year CAT papers, Atharv?
To be honest, the VRC was quite surprising. Like there wasn't any find odd man out question. It was like fill in the para kind of questions in the VRC. And if you compare it to SimCat, it was quite a easier side because SimCat usually have a tougher question and all. So it was quite doable. But as I always say, that it's time consuming and all.
Okay. So, what is your suggestions for the next law students, Atharv?
Just focus on your formulas. That's it.
Okay, great. So, which B school are you aspiring for?
Uh, Currently not planning any, but after going through the paper, like I can expect calls from new IMS, maybe IMS, to be honest. Yeah.
Great. So, all the best, Atharv. All the best for your results. Thank you
so
for your
much.
time.
Thank you.
Hi, what's your name?
Hi, I'm Yash Asrai.
Yash, how was the test today?
So the test in terms of difficulty was moderate to high. I would say language was more challenging than I thought.
Okay.
Quant was manageable. Considering I don't like quant, I could attempt quite a few. So I think quant is manageable. And LR, if you don't waste time on the set, you know you don't have to do, you can attempt 3 for sure.
So, any surprises you had during the test, Naman?
Yeah, so there was a big surprise because generally in parajumbles we have picked the odd one out or we have rearranged them in the correct order. But today they had a sentence given and 4 blanks given. So in place of the blank we had to put that sentence. So it was a modification of parajumble which was seen in the CAT for the first time.
Okay. So, what was your test strategy?
So for verbal, I did 1 RC. First, I decided which RCs I want to do, and I decided I'll go ahead with 3. I did 1 RC, then I moved to a couple of parajumbled and summary. Then I moved back to the RC, and I avoided all the author-based inference questions like which of the following could be inferred except, because these are more likely the trap ones. For quant, I think I went through all the questions first and started attempting the questions which I knew easily. Once I was done checking all 20 questions, I went to the second level, which I was 70% sure that I could do it. And in this process, I could attempt 12. Yeah.
So, perfect. Any suggestions which you have, Yash, for the next lot students?
Yeah, so I would say if you are planning to give complete 3 sets in LR, pick quickly which set you don't want to go ahead with. And in the 3 sets, don't try to solve all the questions. Even if you leave 1 or 2 out, you are yet going to get 13 right, which is a good number. For verbal, I think you should be very focused because the comprehensions are not that easy and quant is manageable.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Yash, for your valuable feedback. Thank you and all the
Thank you
best for
so
your
much.
results.
Thank you so much.
Hi, what's your name?
My name is Saurabh Davolkar and I am a student from IMS Borivali.
Hi, Saurabh. How was the test today?
It was good, like it was better than expected. Like quant and VRC section, it really went well for me.
So, what was your test strategy, Saurabh?
So basically in VRC, first of all, I checked out the RCs, which RCs I have to target first. And then I also checked out the parajumbles, and fortunately or unfortunately there was new question type also in the exam. So I planned on like how to tackle that because that was new and we haven't practiced it. So yeah, overall it was a very good experience in VRC. If you see in LRDI, I messed up a bit. Like I kept solving one set and I got it right, but for the other set, like I was planning on targeting 2 sets, but I couldn't do that because I didn't have enough time left. So yeah, so LRDI I messed up a bit, but in quants again, my time management was good and the paper was also very easy. So I'm quite satisfied with my quant performance.
Great. So, which B school are you aspiring for?
I'm targeting for IIMs, but now let's see if like I don't get any, then next year maybe I will try again.
No worries. And what are your suggestions to the next lot students, Saurabh?
In LRDI, like don't keep focusing on one particular set that you're feeling that it's easy, but it isn't easy. And in VRC also keep your selection of RCs very good. Like just look for like the language should be easy or the content should be easy and you should be able to understand the passage more comprehensively. and yeah, that's it.
So how close was the pattern in comparison to the SimCats and the last year CAT papers?
Quants was pretty close, and VRC was also very close. But for LRDI, I guess it was almost similar. Like the later SimCats which were coming in the IMS, they were almost similar to the CAT pattern. And yeah, I felt that I am giving a SimCat only. So it was a pretty good experience with IMS.
Great. So thank you so much, Saurabh. All the best for your results. Hi, what's your name?
My name is Kalpesha.
So Kalpesh, how was the test today?
It was very difficult and tough, I would say. Not easy to crack, but yeah, like with the tension and everything, most of students who have attempted to crack. So it was tough, but okay.
So what was your test strategy?
Actually, my strategy was no strategy, to be honest, because this is my first attempt. So I'll be honest with that. So I didn't prepare much, so that's why it was difficult for me. But yeah, I would say that with the preparation time and everything, the student can crack a witty paper as well. Yeah, it can.
Great. So if you have given SimCats and last year CAT papers, so how close was the pattern in comparison to the SimCats and the last year CAT papers?
As the mock analysis, I have seen much videos, so it was like easy to moderate and difficult. But this paper was out of expectations. Like I thought that at least it would be easy for me to be able to crack in the first attempt. But the pattern was like moderate to difficult. It wasn't easy at all. So it was moderate to difficult. And based on the mocks, I didn't prepare for mocks much. So I would request to students and for me as well that I might practice more, and I have to practice more. So yeah. So
Great. Thank you so much for your valuable feedback.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Hope the video was informative. All the best to the next lot students.